Hey everyone, I'm Andy, and welcome to our English class. Today, we're going to dive into something super important, sentence structure. We'll start with the absolute basics and work our way up to building long, awesome sentences that can express all your cool ideas. So let's kick things off with a simple question. What's the shortest, most basic sentence you can make in English? Think about it. Every single sentence needs a verb. The simplest type of sentence is an imperative, which is when you're telling someone to do something. They're just one word. For example, run, leave, work. See? One word, but a complete thought. From simple to still simple. Of course, most sentences are a bit longer. When you add more words, you also need a noun before the verb. This noun is the subject, the person or thing doing the action. With a subject and a verb, you can make simple sentences like these. He runs. She left. They're working. The verb can be in different forms, past, present, simple, or continuous, but the basic structure stays the same, subject plus verb. Easy, right? But let's be honest, these sentences aren't very exciting. We need to add more detail. The "what's next" question. Let's take our sentence, he runs. What can you add after runs to make it more interesting? You can add an adverb to describe when, where, or how he runs. He runs around the park. Where? He runs every morning. When? He runs slowly. How? You have a lot of choices, but not unlimited choices. You can't just throw any word in there. You can't say, he runs a car, or he runs happy, because that doesn't make sense. And that brings us to a super important point. To build a correct sentence in English, you always need to ask, what needs to come next? Look at this. She likes. He wants. We go. Are these complete sentences? Nope. Why not? Because they're not finished. She likes what? He wants what? We go where? Meet the complement. This is where a little hero called a complement comes in. A complement is the word or phrase you add after a verb to make the sentence feel complete. A complement can be a noun, another verb, an adjective, or an adverb. It can be a single word or a whole phrase. Let's try it with she likes. How would you finish that sentence? You could say, she likes strawberries, a noun. She likes swimming, a gerund acting like a noun. She likes to listen to music, an infinitive verb. See how the verb like needs something to follow it? It's not enough to just know the word. You need to know how to use it. Learning new words in full phrases or sentences is a great way to do this. Add some pizzazz with adjectives and adverbs. Now that we know how to build a basic sentence, let's make it sparkle. You can add extra information with adjectives and adverbs. Remember our friend, he wants to buy a car. That's a complete sentence, right? Let's add some descriptive words. Adjectives usually go before the noun they describe. He wants to buy a new car. He wants to buy a bright red car. Adverbs can go in many different places. Apparently, he wants to buy a new car. He wants to buy a new car next month. He wants to buy a new car for his new girlfriend. The key takeaway here is that adjectives and adverbs add detail, but they don't make an incomplete sentence complete. You can't just say, he wants to buy a bright red one, because the first part is still a fragment. The next level, complex sentences. Ready to put it all together? Let's talk about complex sentences. These are simply two or more sentences joined together by a special word called a conjunction, like and, but, so, because, if. There are two kinds of sentence parts or clauses. An independent clause, this can stand alone as a complete sentence. Dependent clause, it can't stand alone. It needs another clause to make sense. 1. Connecting two independent clauses. This is the simplest way to make a complex sentence. Just take two complete sentences and join them with a conjunction. He runs around the park every morning, so he's in pretty good shape. Clause 1, he runs around the park every morning. Complete. Clause 2, he's in pretty good shape. Complete. She likes strawberries, but she hardly ever eats them. Clause 1, she likes strawberries. Complete. Clause 2, she hardly ever eats them. Complete. It's like building with Legos. You're just snapping two full pieces together. 2. Adding a dependent clause. Now, let's try something a bit different. A dependent clause needs its partner to make sense. If you're late, I'll leave without you. Clause 1, if you're late, doesn't make sense alone. Clause 2, I'll leave without you, makes sense alone. See the difference? We use conjunctions like if, because, although, and unless to add these clauses. Another common way to add a dependent clause is with a relative clause, using words like who, which, or what. That's the guy who shouted at me. Who shouted at me doesn't make sense on its own. It depends on the first part of the sentence. A quick review. Let's recap what we've learned today. You can build sentences by starting with a simple verb, run, adding a subject and a complement, she works in a zoo, making it more descriptive with adjectives and adverbs, apparently she works in a private zoo, joining two complete sentences, apparently she works in a private zoo, so she must know a lot about animals. Adding a dependent clause. This surprises me because, as far as I know, she studied economics. The most important thing to remember is to always think about what comes next. Don't just learn a single word, learn how it connects to other words to form a complete, meaningful sentence. This is a huge topic, but with practice, you'll become a pro at building amazing English sentences. Keep an eye out for how these structures are used everywhere you see or hear English.